Hi, my name is Alex and welcome to the Crochet Circle. Part 4, Making the hair and sewing the hair to the head.
Hi and welcome to part 4 of this video tutorial series where I'm showing you how to make a crochet doll. Now in the first video tutorial I showed you how to make the arms, how to make the legs. In the second part I showed you how to attach the legs together, make the body, attach the arms, make the shoulders and the neck. In the third part I showed you how to make the head, how to position the eyes, how to make these eyelashes and the little nose. I hope you can see it. Now I've come to the fourth part, the last one, where I have to show you how to actually make the hair. Now there are two variants on how to make the hair. One is I had to Google it, of course. I had to learn somewhere how to do it. But the first one that I've done is hair like this, but I didn't like how the top is seen, because you do have single crochets in a circle, and I don't think it's a nice sight from the top. So I'm gonna now show you the other variant on how to do it, but first I'm just gonna sketch it out. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna make a long strip of chains, and then on those chains I'm gonna put the strands of hair on. Now this is gonna be the end, this is gonna be in the front. So I want my doll to be kind of a in front. I want her hair to be shorter, and in the end I want it to be a bit longer. So that means I'm gonna be having like 5 strands in the middle, a bit shorter, just to have the bangs, on the hair. Okay, these are really not good. So yeah, I want something like that. So let's get started. So I have here my hair cotton yarn, so it's a light brown. You can use whatever color you want. I'm gonna put my doll here on the side because I'm gonna need a bit of space. And yes, again, I started my yarn from the outer side, not from the middle. Okay, so what I have to do now is I have to chain 25 stitches, 25 chains. So 25 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Now at the end I'm gonna join these two together and then sew it on the head like this. As I already said, the middle 5 strands are gonna be a bit shorter. That means I'm gonna have 10 long ones, 5 short ones, and again 10 long ones. What is a long strand? Depending on how long you want the hair to be. But I want my hair to be, yeah, I can take it about 25 chains along at the end. And I want my front strands to be about 10 stitches, 10 chains long. So this is the recipe, and now I can start. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue with I'm gonna remember this stitch here, so I'm gonna put a stitch marker in, and now I'm gonna do chain 25. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. Yeah, 25 will be enough. 1 2 3 4 5. So this is gonna be the length of the hair on the back side. So now what I have to do is, how should I explain it? So yeah, these are the chains that I have, and if I'm gonna be doing single crochets backwards towards the base. But if you do, for example, an increase of 2 single crochets in the same chain, that means you're gonna get just a slide of a curl. If you're gonna do 3 single crochets in the same stitch, you're gonna get even a bigger curl. So what I want is, I want my last 4 chains to have 3 stitches in, I want 2 chains to have 2 stitches in, and the rest will be just single crochets. So that means I'm gonna have at the end of the hair just a bit of a curl. If you want it more curly, just do more increases in the chains. So wow, and I lost count because my stitch marker went out. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. 1 2 3 4 5. Yes, I know, I should have those stitch markers that you know, clamp together, but I think it's gonna be fine now. Okay, so I told you how to make more curly hair, how to make more straight hair. I'm gonna do chain 1. Now in the second chain from the hook, I'm gonna do 3 single crochets. So that's 1 2 3. Now in the next chain, I'm gonna do 3 1 2 3. In the next chain, I'm gonna do again 3, so 1 2 3. In the next one, I'm gonna do again 3. In the next chain, I'm gonna do 2 single crochets, so that's 1 2. And in the next chain, I'm gonna do again 2 single crochets, and now I have to do single crochets till the marked stitch. Just in each chain, I'm just doing a single crochet, and you see the curl that I got for the hair. Now if you don't want it curly, just do single crochets from start to finish, but I do want the curls inside, so I'm gonna do it this way. And the last one is actually a slip stitch. now I have to do again chain 25, and because I want the curl, first I'm gonna do a chain 1, then I'm gonna do 3 single crochets in the same stitch, and that is the second stitch from the hook. So that's first of the 3, actually first triple out of 4. So that's third triple and the fourth triple. Now I have to do 2 doubles and 19 single crochets. And now I do a slip stitch in the next chain of the base. So that's 2 done, and I have to repeat it through the whole chains. So it's gonna be 10 long ones, 5 shorter ones, and then again 10 long ones. With the shorter ones I am not gonna be doing any curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one more, and then 4 triple ones. So that's 1, that's the second one, that's the third one, and the fourth one. Now I have to do 2 doubles, and now just single crochets till the beginning, and then joining it with a slip stitch. And joining it with a slip stitch into the next chain of the base. So that's 3 done, and it's gonna look like this. Of course, I'm gonna sew it on, so not to worry about. And I am back. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more chain, and then I have to do 4 triple single crochets in each stitch, 2 doubles, and the rest is just single crochets. So that's the last triple. Now 2 doubles. That's 1, 2, and now single crochets till the base. The base is just that chain of 25 that I've done in the beginning. And I'm joining it with a slip stitch. Now, of course, you don't have to have the hair shorter in the front. You can leave it the same length as the hair in the back, but I want my doll to have a bit of, bangs, so I'm gonna then do some shorter ones there. And a slip stitch to the base, and now 25 single crochets again. One more chain, and then in the second loop from the hook I'm gonna start with 4 triple single crochets. So I'm just doing 3 single crochets in the same stitch. I'm doing that 4 times in the 4 chains, and then I'm gonna do 2 double ones. So I'm gonna go in with the single crochets twice in the same stitch, and then just single crochet till the beginning, where I'm gonna then join it with the slip stitch to the base. And that's it. So I have a lot of crocheting to do. If you want, you can just skip to the next part where I'm gonna be showing you how to join the hair together. Down in the description below you can find the timestamp, and also I think over here down you can just, if you're on your PC, you can just use your mouse and see the part where it's probably gonna say attaching the hair. Now this is the last one, and joining it with the slip stitch. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and another 20 to go. Now of course you can make shorter hair, but I did opt in for a bit longer hair, so I have a bit more work to do. You can regulate your own length of the hair, so if you want your doll to have shorter hair, just don't do as many chains for the strands. The last one, now I am joining it with the slip stitch through the base. Again, 3 single crochets in the same stitch 4 times. Now two single crochets in the same stitch, and now just single crochets till the beginning. So currently my weather is playing a bit odd, because 2 minutes ago it was raining. Now the sun is out and shining really brightly, so I guess it is a real April's weather, because you never know what it's gonna be in the next 5 minutes. And a slip stitch into the next one. Doing the curl at the end. And a slip stitch into the next of the base. So let's see how many I've done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need to do 2 more and then I'm gonna be at the front. Now those 5 ones are in the beginning at the front of the head. I won't be doing any curls in those ones. And to be honest, I am so excited about the few next tutorials that I'm gonna be bringing out, because I'm gonna be making accessories for this doll. And also some clothes, so some dresses, so perhaps some nice purses, a headband or a hat, you know, just to be able to have a real crochet toy that you can play with. And I know what you're gonna say, this is not gonna be for you, aren't you a bit too old for this kind of stuff? Well, if I made it, then it's gonna be mine, cause it is for tutorial purposes only, so I can, I'm not able to gift it away, to be honest. Again, doing the curls. Now doing the 2 single crochets in the stitch. And now just doing single crochet stitches. Now this is the last one, so a slip stitch into the next chain. Let's just see, I think I have 10 now. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So now it's time for the shorter ones. The shorter ones, I said, they're gonna have 10 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they're not gonna have any curls, so I'm just gonna do one more chain, and then in the second chain from the hook I'm gonna start with just 10 single crochet. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and joining it with the slip stitch. Again 10 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more chain, and then in the second loop hole from the hook I start with the 10 single crochet, so I'm now at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and joining it with the slip stitch. Again 10 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more just to turn the row, and then in the second stitch from the hook I start with the 10 single crochets, so on 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Again joining it with the slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more, and then 10 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and joining it again with the slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more, and then 10 single crochets. And joining it with the slip stitch. So I am over the half. Now I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more to go. I know it's kind of a long session again. Actually it's not, it's only like 20. Oh no, it is. 25 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25. One more chain, and then in the second loop from the hook I'm gonna start with 4 times 3 single crochets in the same stitch, so that's a 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 2 doubles, so 2 single crochets in the same stitch twice, and now just single crochets till the end of the row. one more and joining it with the slip stitch. Again 25 chains. Chain 1 and now 4 triple single crochets, so 3 single crochets in the same stitch. Now 2 times 2 single crochets in the same stitch. And now single crochets till the beginning. And joining it with the slip stitch. Again 25 chains. One more chain and then starting with 3 single crochets in one stitch 4 times. One, two, three, four. Now 2 more of 2 and then single crochets. And joining it again with a slip stitch and doing 25 chains. Now 4 times 3 single crochets in the same stitch. Now 2 times 2 single crochets in the same stitch. And now just single crochets till the beginning. And I'm slowly beginning to see the end of the tunnel, to be honest, because I think I have like 6 or 7 more to go. Again, 4 times 3 single crochets in the same stitch, just to get the curl. And now just single crochets till the beginning or the end of these chains, and then I'm gonna attach it to the base with a slip stitch. And attaching it with a slip stitch. Again, 25 chains, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one more, and then do the curl. The curl is 4 times 3 single crochets in the same stitch, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 2 stitches of 2 single crochets in the same stitch, and now just single crochets till the beginning. And to be honest, what I'm at the moment thinking is I think I'm gonna split this tutorial for the hair into parts. So this is gonna be part 1 of the hair. So the whole series will actually be 5 no, you know what? I'm just gonna do a really long session this one and it's gonna be done. So first I'm making the curl. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7 and another 3 to go. First I'm making the curl. And then just single crochets till the beginning. Again, the curl. And then just single crochet till the beginning. I think I have one more left, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, actually I have 2 more left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, one more left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more, and then first the curl. I pulled it way too much and I kind of lost my chain. It's probably because it's the last strand of hair that I have to do. And again, it's been a really long session, but I think we can finish it off, right? And now joining it with the slip stitch into the last one. I'm gonna do a chain one. I'm gonna leave quite a bit of a tail because I have to sew now this hair together. So how it looks at the moment is it's like a long strip where all the strands of hair are attached. So what I have to do now is fold it in half and sew together stitch by stitch. I'm actually gonna flip it onto the back side, and then once it's gonna be opened, you won't see where you were sewing or where I was sewing. So flipping it onto the back side, getting my needle, now aligning it, so going in and out through all the stitches, and then just joining the left and the right side together with this. So I'm just grabbing the stitches and sewing through, grabbing the stitches and sewing through. Okay, so that is the hair done. It looks like this. And what I have to do now is just place it on the head and sew it all on. How I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna find the middle of the hair and I'm gonna find the middle of the head and then just place it on. I'm gonna use my pin needles to secure it in place, so this strand should be I'm not gonna be sewing them on like this. This is just to spread them out, to position them. Of course, I'm using loads of pins here because I want my hair to be secured before I start sewing it. So I'm just putting strand to the strand. Okay, and I ran out of battery, so I guess I have to take a break. And I am back, and what I really hope is that everything was alright with my video before this, because all of a sudden I got a message. The phone is shutting down because you don't have any more battery, and I was in the middle of the filming, and I hope everything is alright. So what I've done so far is I did the hair, I did position it, all the strands like I want them to be. These ones in front are gonna be a bit looser, to be honest, so they're gonna be something like this, just to see the eyes, but for now, so that they are nicely spread, I'm gonna just leave them like that. Now you have two options to sew these things up. What you wanna do is sew them. You still need a bit of a forehead here, so I'm gonna be sewing a much higher in the front, and then in the back I'm gonna go down lower, and I am actually gonna readjust the pins just to kind of keep the line where I'm gonna be sewing. So this is gonna be the line to how I'm gonna sew all the strands of hair tight. So I've done one side, now going to the other one. Because in the back of your head you also have your hair a bit lower towards the neck than in front, where you still have space for your forehead. Okay, so this is kind of the line how I'm gonna be sewing on my hair for the doll. I know it's a lot of pins, but at least it's gonna stay in place. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm just gonna go in and out on the top to position it. So I'm going in and grabbing some of the hair and then going back out. So it's just securing it in place on top, not seeing any stitches because it's the same color as the hair. So just going in and out, attaching it with the head. And for sewing on actually the strands of hair, I am gonna be using a much thinner needle and some sewing thread, because I do want that part to be hidden. So after I'm gonna secure this top bit of the hair with the same color as the hair is, I'm gonna then switch to a thread and I'm gonna sew the head strands together. So I'm just fixing the top now here. I'm going in through the head, through the hair, and securing it. Now, for example, here it's a bit visible, the scalp, if you want to call it like that, the head. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go in and cover it with my yarn, So you can also see that I'm getting rid of any holes that perhaps are there. I can get, yeah, this is my pink cushion. I can get rid of now this part. I'm just sewing in the end. I'm doing this through the hair and through the head. Just fixing them because once I go through each stitch here, for example, through the single crochet, you cannot see what part of it is, so it looks like part of the hair. So I'm just going in to secure it, and then fixing it. I'm gonna be using the thread and a much smaller needle. Now this is not fixed, this is just positioning it. I'm just gonna do this for as long as I still have the yarn on my thicker needle. Once I'm gonna run out of it, then I'm gonna switch to a sewing thread and sew the hair to the head. And this is gonna be it now. So now this is gonna be my last one. So I'm pulling it tight so that the end kind of runs back into the head. Now close enough, let's say it like this, because it's gonna be hidden inside and you're actually not gonna see. So just use a color that is as closest to the hair as possible, and this was for me. So I'm actually gonna start here at the front. I'm gonna go in so that my knot will be hidden inside, and I'm just gonna make a really small stitch, go into the next strand, again make a really small stitch, go a bit lower as well because I do want to go down with the hair. So this is how I'm stitching it. This is how I'm actually sewing it, making the stitches through the head and through the hair. And pulling tight, of course. I'm actually gonna do the front part at the end because I do want to position the bangs nicely, you know. Probably it's gonna be 3 left or 3 right and 2 left, so it's not gonna be it's gonna have a nice partition there. Because I do have those curls, it is just a bit harder to sew things because I really have to keep an eye that I don't get any knots. And I have to go through this at least twice because I do want my hair to be fixed. It's already positioned nicely because of all the stitches I've already done with the long end tail of the hair that I was doing. But now I'm just fixing it into the right position so that it's gonna stay like this, and then I can move it around and make either a ponytail or something like that, and it won't matter. You already see that when I did the line with the pin needles, I'm kind of sewing just under the pin to still keep an eye on the line. Going just in through everything and out on the other side, and when I'm actually sewing through the outer side of the hair, I'm making a really small stitch that you can not see it, so I definitely wouldn't suggest using a green yarn or something like that, except if you would be doing a green hair. But yeah, just make it, just use the color as close as possible to the hair. Okay, so I'm gonna lose the pins now here. And all I have to do is adjust the hair in front. So let's see how it's gonna be. So let's part this here. So perhaps make these two go on the right side, and then 1, 2, and 3 on the other side. And once you are happy how the hair is positioned, all you have to do is sew it. So this is how I'm gonna be making the front of my hair. So now I just have to sew it again. I'm going in and trying to fixate it. So I do want to go till the end of the front end strand and then sewing it to the head. And that's it. That's the whole secret of making the hair for a crochet doll. I will probably put up here a bow and on the other side as well. I'm actually not completely satisfied with this one, so I'm just gonna readjust it. But yeah, you can make whatever kind of a hair you want. Okay, this is much better, so I want my hair to be like this. So now that it's positioned, I'm just fixing it with going in through the head, through the hair, on the outer side, making really small stitches and making much larger stitches while in the head. I know that it must sound really odd, especially how I'm expressing myself at the moment, but I don't know how else I would say how to make this crocheted doll. do wanna secure these end pieces of the front of the head a bit more. And wherever you think you still need to secure it, you just sew. Okay, so I am actually satisfied how my crochet doll actually looks. What I can do is just to use the whole thread like I did before. Just go in and out, see where you perhaps need to sew a bit more. If you're looking for a proper recipe, you know, I can give you tips on how to do it, and hopefully these tips will help you. Okay, and this is gonna be it. So I'm just pulling a bit the thread, and this is it. So getting rid of all the pins and the needles, and done with my crocheted doll. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go and grab some blush because I do want those cheeks. So I have my blush here. I'm gonna use this a bright pink one, and just under the eyes make the cheeks. Now I'm gonna use the cotton and just blend it in a bit more, and that's it. Now I am completely satisfied with my crochet doll. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Yes, I do know it is in 4 parts, and yes, I do know that it took ages, but I think she looks cute. Now, in the next tutorials that will be coming out soon, I will be making some dresses, so she won't be naked, and some accessories like perhaps a bow to fix the hair. Other than that, I don't think she needs anything more. So I'm gonna say until the next time, happy crafting! Bye!